Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I am here today at the very last minute. I'm supposed to get this up by 9, but it's probably going to be late. It's okay. With this super cute little wallet. This is a gift card holder. Waterfall. So easy to make. Super simple. You can add your gift cards or make little pieces of paper for like homemade coupons or stuff like that. But you have room for 5 gift cards. And when you put them in there, they're just going to stroll out. You have room for a message. You can write little fun things here like chicken nuggies for when you need huggies. I saw that on something. It was like a Chick-fil-A gift card. So you can do that. It's super easy. Great way to use up papers that are your favorite or not necessarily your favorite. So let's get started. Our first cut is going to be our cover. I'm going to use white for this one, so hopefully you can see it. But it needs to be 9 1/4 by 6 1/2. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my 6 1/2 first. I'm using 12 by 12 by 9 1/4. You're going to score it on the long side at 4 1/2. And 4 3/4. So that gives you just a tiny little quarter of an inch in there, okay? So then we're going to go ahead and cut out our waterfall, which it is going to be 3 3/4 by 8 1/2. 3 3/4 by 8 1/2. And that piece is going to be scored at 1/2 inch. One on the long side, 1 1/2, and 2. Okay, we're going to set that aside. Now we also need, and I didn't write this down, we do need the piece to hold the, I don't know if you can see it, probably not, to hold your waterfall down. And so I cut mine at, what do I want to call this, the belly band thing. I cut mine at 4 3/4 by, where's my ruler? Actually, it was a little bit more than 4 3/4 by, let's see, I did it by 1 inch. So I cut mine just slightly longer than 4 3/4 because I didn't want any type of hiccup. So what I did was I took my piece, I went to 4 3/4, and I just went over one more little tick mark. Not even the whole way. Just slightly bigger than that 4 3/4. I'm going to put a star next to that, so I remember to tell y'all that in the written. By 1 inch. And that is scored on the long side at 1/2 inch on each side. 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. Okay. Now we need 5 pieces that are 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. Use your scraps. I don't think I have enough. So 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. So 2 1/2, 2 1/2, 2 1/2, 2 1/2. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I need one more piece. Will this work? Yep. 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. Perfect. Okay. So now Do we just want to continue cutting? What piece is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. I cut this piece wrong. All right, now they should all be the same size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Let's go ahead and keep cutting. I think that'll be easier. We just keep cutting. So now you need your whatever pieces you're going to use on your waterfall, to make your little pockets. Now, I did not give you any type of wiggle room on the sides. So for me, I found it was fine not to glue the sides down. The first one I did glue the sides down, but I was very stressed out because I don't have the fine tip on my glue bottle, and I was afraid it was gonna, not work, and I couldn't get my gift card in there. But I found that leaving it open, it's not gonna fall out. And the gift cards are gonna be a little bit thicker than this paper, so it won't fall out. So I did not glue the sides down. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but there's that. Let's actually, you know what? Let's not cut those pieces yet because I don't know which paper I'm going to use. Let's put everything together and then I'll come back to those pieces. All right, so pull out this piece, your 8.5 by 3 3/4. Get your bone folder and make sure everything's lined up and really press in those lines. We're going to go forwards and backwards to make sure our mechanism really works. Backwards. And now I'm going to go back forwards. Just so it will lay flat. But I want it to be used to going, both directions. So when you pull that pull thing, you're good to go. All right, so you're going to take your first piece here and your glue or your tape. Open this up if you want. I like to work this way so I don't glue when I'm not supposed to be. Put that glue on that first one and lay this down. Making sure you're not on that score line. Don't touch it. Okay. And you're just going to continue doing that for all 5. Making sure they line up. Okay. Oh, that one didn't line up. It doesn't matter what they look like on the top here, just make sure that they lined up on the bottom. Because you'll notice it more down here than you will up here. Okay, so it appears that I have missed a measurement because I only have 4. So half, 1, 1.5, 2. I did. I missed 2.5. I sure did, but that's okay. Guess what? I'm just going to put it here. Where's the 1/2 inch? All right. Problem solved. I'm still going to treat it. All right, let's get that last one on there. I'm human. I am human. See what happened. That's because I'm rushing. Like, I have never done a project the same day that I need to get it uploaded. And I know it's going to take forever to upload because for me it's 3 o'clock and for you it's 9 o'clock that I'm doing this. And this should have been posted by 9. But it didn't get done. So All right, so now what I'm going to do is find the center, which is 1 7/8. I'm going to take a pencil, mark the middle at 1 7/8. Then I'm going to take my ruler. This is if you want this triangle point. This is just the fancy triangle. You don't have to do this part. You can make this longer, shorter, whatever, you know. Make it a triangle point. Do a fancy border thing. Whatever you want. Okay. All right, now we're going to take that piece that was just slightly bigger than 4 3/4 and by 1, we're going to burnish those 1/2 inches. We're going to open our book, okay, and we're going to put glue on the last, technically the last or the first flippy. So when you open it on the flippy, you're going to do roughly 1/2 inch by 1. I like mine to go this way. Some people like to put the tabs on the bottom paper instead of this part, but I feel like I need more stability on the bottom, so this is why I do mine this way. And because it is slightly bigger, I'm just going to pick it up and go like this. That seems more complicated than what it has to be. I just don't know how to explain it any simpler on my time crunch, but it's not complicated. You'll see what to do. Okay, so let that glue dry. And tuck your point in there. Okay, like so. Cool. That's it. That's your whole mechanism. Okay. All right, so now I need to determine our paper. So I'm going to go ahead and mat this off camera, and then I will do the pockets on camera. Okay, so that's my inside. So I want to end with the black on the bottom. So black snowflakes, black snowflakes, black snowflakes. So I need, you don't have to alternate, you can do whatever you want, but I need to make sure that I have enough paper to do mine. All right, so your measurements for your little pocket are 3 5/8 by 1 1/2. So 1 1/2 is your length. So what you're going to do is, if you have directional paper, look how mine is. I'm putting the top of the paper, the right side of my paper trimmer, and I'm cutting out 1 1/2. Okay. And then I'm going to rotate it and cut it at 3 5/8. So 1 3 5, 1 3 5, 1 3 5. I don't think I need this many of this color, but I'm just gonna cut them all out just to make sure. Non-directional paper, it doesn't matter. So 1 1/2, and then 1 3 5, 1 3 5. Okay. I think I'm gonna need 3 snowflakes. 1 3 5. Okay. So this is where I would absolutely suggest that you use your double-sided tape, your 1/8 of an inch, because trying to glue, like I said, it gave me so much anxiety. Like I thought I was just gonna glue it in the wrong place or too much glue. So I'm using my 1/8 of an inch score tape, which worked out perfectly. And again, I'm not going to glue down my sides. You can if you want to. I just didn't find it necessary, as I should. All right, so I want it to be black snowflakes. So I'm going to pull my page down here. Right? Yeah. And I'm going to, I gave it a border. So if you don't want a border, you can make your pockets, you can make them the full length of the paper, and then you can use your glue without worry. But I wanted a border, so black. Because I want this to be black, so it doesn't end up stripe on stripe like this one. All right, this one's directional, so I need to make sure I tape on the correct side. Okay, next one I need a snowflake. Even though that's not directional, I picked which snowflakes I want at the top, which ones I want at the bottom. My goodness. Oh, you know what? I was going to do this in birthday paper so I could give it as a gift, and I completely forgot until just now. Oh well. They're easy enough to make, quick enough to make. Okay, and this one again is directional. And then you're going to cut your paper for your bottom piece. I know I'm talking ahead of what I'm working on, but that's how my brain thinks. Because I still have the top one to do. And I'm already on to the very last step. Okay, and here we go. Ooh, I just made it with this tape. It's almost out. Right. You can, I mean, you can mat it first, then put the pocket. I didn't, because I think that you're going to do these for craft fairs, you're going to do these for gifts, and people are just going to toss them. So I wouldn't even waste my time doing extra. This one, I only put the white there so that way you can write it, because I am actually going to use this as a gift. But I'm not going to, you know, mat any of that. All right, so now your bottom one, I haven't done anything with that yet. I need to measure this, which is about 5 3/8. So I'm going to cut this at 5 1/4. So yours is going to be different. You need to measure yours accordingly. Now wait a minute. I did not use all of that paper, so why? Oh, because you know what? It's directional, so I couldn't use the scraps left over. All right, let me get another piece. Where is it at? Because I need mine to be, what did I say, 5 1/4 for the length. Yours is going to be different because my other one was longer than that. So just measure your paper out. I think that, what's this measurement? 3 3/4? Ruler, where are you? Yeah, so I'm going to do that. 1/8 of an inch smaller. So 3 3/4. So 3 5/8 by 5 1/4 is what the measurement specifically for mine is. And what I'm going to do is take a little piece of tape runner. I'm going to line this up to where I want that border. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm cutting off the the point, and then I'm going to peel that off, and I'm going to cut 1/8 of an inch off the top. That's just how it's easier for me to work that. So I'm not trying to guess what the center of this is and line it up perfectly and all that business. This way, oh, I cut the tip off. Oopsies. My bad. Oh well. Glue. Where's my glue? Right here. And this one you can put a white photo mat on here as well. I think I'm going to have to because my paper's black and it has writing. So let me line that up. And what I'm going to do, because I accidentally cut my tip off, I'm going to cut my tip off this one too. So it looks like it's supposed to be. Oh, I like that actually better. Okay. There we go. All right, so now what we already did that part. Did I do this on camera? Did I tell you how to add the mechanism? I really hope so. Okay, so now what we need to do is on the belly band only, only the belly band only. I know you might think it's crazy I'm saying it this many times, but do you know how many times I get people saying, I put the glue on the whole thing, it didn't work. Belly band only. So see, there's no glue anywhere other than the belly band. That 1-inch belly band, that's where you want to put your glue. You're going to line this up to where you have the border of your choice. You're going to press down on that glued 1-inch belly band. Nothing else is glued. Okay? Nothing else is glued. Belly band. Let it dry. Longer than what I'm doing. Okay? Add your photo mat or your writing mat or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to cut mine at 3 1/4 by 3 1/2. I think that's what I want mine. That looks good. You can glue this down or tape runner. I typically, if I'm doing this for me, I'm putting it down with tape runner so that way when I'm writing, if I mess up, I can just peel it up and get a different page, right? Okay, so that is it. You're done. Other than if you want to put a little card on the inside and, you know, decorate it as you wish. If you're doing these for craft fairs or come on, college students or whatever, don't go crazy with the decorations. Oh my gosh, did I glue mine down? No. Yeah, see, sometimes you do, when you pull it, when you fully extend it, you have to kind of get it back in there. But there you go. This should fit our little gift cards or coupons or whatever you want perfectly, and it does. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.